Welcome back. Today I'm sharing another resort stay and we are headed to Disney's All-Star Sports Resort. Disney recently released some discounts for 2026 that have this resort at as low as $99 per night. So you may want to put this on your radar. As per usual, I'll do a full room tour, show some of the food options, amenities, give a few pros and cons, and at the end I'll let you know whether or not we would stay here again. Here's a quick look at the lobby for you as we head inside. Don't let all that empty space fool you. I came back to video this with less people around, but around check-in time, especially during the busier parts of the year, it can be a little active in here. So don't forget you can check in and out with the app. But it's all pretty and decorated for Christmas, so there's lots of good photo ops for you if you're here this time of year. After you check in, you'll head this way towards the food court, which I'll show you in a bit. You'll go out towards the main pool to get to the rooms. All right, we are in 7147. If we're not, this will be very embarrassing. Okay, I hear it. Do the click, click. Oh, gotta use a little upper body strength. And we found the light right away. All right. So here we go. All right, front door. As we entered, right here, we've got curtains here. I'm assuming, no, guys gotta tell me. I don't know anything about sportsing. So is this like abstract basketball net? Is that what this is? Let's say that's what it is, because it's art. So blackout curtain is basketball maybe themed. We have this. This is our view out of the door here, you can see. So not bad. We're not up against a parking lot or anything. It looks like if you look way far over there, you might be able to see some cars parked over there, but I'm not really seeing any parking lot adjacent things. Okay, so quick pan of the room here. Now that looks familiar. I feel like we've seen that art before. Okay, so let's start right next to the window. We have our little kitchen situation, which is your beverage cooler here. No freezer, but you can keep beverages cold. Again, 41 degrees and above, so anything lower than that might be an issue. In the drawer here, we have some different teas. Okay, we've got some of the Joffrey's Resort Blend here. We've got some cups for water and coffee and some coffee creamer. Yep, there we go. We got another light there. So light, and then we have an outlet. And then there is our Cuisinart coffee maker. And here's your ice bucket, which is a pretty color of green. I like that green. Over here in the corner, we can see right where behind the Cuisinart, this is where it looks like our thermostat is set. I think that says 68. I can't quite see from my angle, but there you go. So here is this. So here we have a chair and a table right here. And then we have, looks like a safe. Okay, Bible's not in the drawer. Bible is on the shelf in here under the safe. Then we have a drawer here. Decent sized drawer. Got another drawer here. Looks like all three of these are the same size, and I'm not seeing anything in here. Up here, we have got outlet, looks like USB and USB-C right there. And then they double dutied us here, so we have one there and one there. Here's your housekeeping schedule right here. So every other day, some helpful information, and then it looks like here's your TV remote. There we go. Oh, how cute. Okay, so here we are next to the bed. So I hit that light switch and that light right there came on. So here's your phone. And then under that light switch I just hit, it looks like we have another outlet, USB-C and USB combo. And there's some phone numbers for you. Here's the trash can. I think we've officially abandoned trash bags. I always feel bad putting stuff in there though, because I feel like it's gonna make the trash. I don't like making a mess in the room. So here's the bed. This is a king size bed. There's our Fab 3 here. Not all of them. And it's kind of cool. They're in that kind of new style of Mickey cartoon. Okay, I hit that switch, and then here's our AO mouse. Outlet, and then over here it's USB and USB. Let's see if you can see 2 USBs, no USB-C over here. Little cubby. And we had that same little cubby over here. There's nothing in, I didn't point it out, but there's nothing really in either little cubby. That's just for you to, I don't know, you could probably have your iPad hang out of that or something like that. Okay, so we're over here, right next to this situation. You have an extra chair here. And then it looks like this room, we're not here with anybody this time. We're not like adjoining rooms or anything, but it looks like this is probably an adjoining room. And then we have a couple of hooks here, which this I really love because we always end up with wet raincoats, and I hate like putting them on furniture or anything. Right across from that door over here, it looks like there is a curtain, and this is closing off the bathroom area. So it looks like there is, let's find another light. Looks like there is a door for the actual toilet shower situation. But this is great because I think if you are, you know, getting ready in the morning like me, and you are kind of a loud hot mess in the morning, it's nice to be able to keep the room dark for other people to sleep. So as we walk right in here, we have some storage space up here, and we've got some hangers and some more storage space down there. That is definitely could fit a suitcase there. You have an ironing board over here. Oh, and the iron is right there. And there's our blow dryer also. And then you have 2 more shelves here, a little more storage there, extra towel. There's some extra tissue, another towel there. We have a nice big sink. The sink, even though the countertop is not like super deep, the sink is ginormous. So, you know, do with that what you will. We got tissues here. Then we got sea salt, body lotion, and sea salt hand soap. Okay. Plenty of room. I like this. There's plenty of room to put, you know, little dop kits or toiletry bags or anything like that. And this is, hello, a really great makeup mirror. And then if you want the like zoom in, magnifying, hurt your feelings kind of mirror, it's right here. So this is your setup over here. Ooh. Okay, I will tell you right now, I'm not even gonna cut that out. I actually just tripped over this transition strip. I almost totally biffed it. So watch your step over here if you are as clumsy as me. So right where this light switch was, we have 2 more outlets here. Let's find, okay, there's another light switch right here. There's bath towel, another bar right here, bar right there, the toilet paper, trash can. And then it looks like right here we have some more towels. I think this actually looks like the towel that goes on the floor. And then there's some hooks here next to the shower for you to hang your towel up if you'd like to conserve towels. And then obviously here is the shower. Right here. Glass door for you. They have a little shower niche. Oh, looks like my favorite thing. I love the little things here where you can hang your wet swimsuit. I hate a wet swimsuit, but I do love a pool and I love a water park. And don't forget, if you get here and it's not cold or rainy out, then you are actually able to visit the open water park on the first day of your trip when you check in. So there you go. So here's the bathroom. Hopefully I didn't make you guys dizzy doing that. Okay, and then it is a pocket door right here. Okay. So there you go. This is your bathroom situation. I don't think I missed anything. This room is not ginormous. This is a really good, like, it has everything you need, right? So I feel like this is perfect. And I will say, you know, no carpet in here. There's no comforter or anything like that. You know, sure, there's not a ton of our buddy Mickey in here. You know, there's a little, like, other than this one picture right here, there's not a ton of character anything in here. Like, I think if I took that down, you could like kidnap me and drop me off in this room and I would not know that I was like on property, if I'm honest. But the room is clean. It feels clean to me. And I really feel like this is a great place for anybody who just wants to come and crash after a long park day. And I think so far it seems pretty quiet. I'll let you guys know once we sleep here. And then obviously I'll check and make sure that the bed works as it should work. But yeah, so that is the room. Oh, and before I forget, you can see there is lots of space under the bed here. So there is plenty of room for all my unpackers out there to put your things in these couple of drawers right here and then put your suitcase right under the bed. That's the room. The bed was on the softer side, but really super comfy, and for the most part, we had a great night's sleep. Okay, so really quickly, let's talk about what there is to eat here. There are a variety of options for you in different zones in the food court, including a bakery and coffee area. This stuff swaps out, and they do have some specialty seasonal items. In the center is the marketplace, and that's where you'll find grab-and-go items and bottled drinks. There are 2 other lines for meal selections where you'll grab a tray and let a cast member know what you would like. There's a side window for pizza pickup. This is also where you'll grab your mobile orders, so it's not exclusively for pizza. And there's plenty of seating, so don't worry if you have a large group with you. Just to give you an idea of what breakfast is like, we got the avocado breakfast bowl, which was great, really good portion. And this isn't exclusive to this resort, but it's a really yummy mix of potato barrels, eggs, black beans, peppers, pico de gallo, and avocado. I like it because it's filling without being too greasy or heavy. And I was jonesing for some Mickey waffles, shown here with the plant-based sausage. The sausage looks like something I should have honestly blurred out, but it was surprisingly delicious. My husband actually had a hard time deciphering it from real sausage. The menu swaps over for lunch at 11 and the bar opens at noon. This is actually the back side of the pool bar. You can choose your own adventure from a selection of entrees or build your own, and they even have some wine and mixed drinks at the ready. I went for the build your own option and got the salmon, mashed potatoes, and broccolini. The salmon was nicely cooked, the potatoes were good and identifiable as real potatoes, and the broccolini were not overcooked. Everything was seasoned well, and this was great after a long day in the park. We also got the Mediterranean meatball bowl. While I appreciate the effort to have something plant-based, this was not it. The sauce on the meatballs was kind of like a barbecue sauce. What was supposed to be tzatziki sauce was actually tartar sauce, and the pita bread tastes like it was fried 3 or 4 times in old oil before it made it to us. This is a hard pass. We also tried the seasonal gingerbread cake. This was a win. Not too sweet, and the cake inside was nice and soft. The outside's like a white chocolate that's green, and the top is like a cream cheese frosting. There's these little crunchies in here that are really giving that gingerbread flavor. This was pretty good, and I would get this again. As always, I would recommend the resort mug that comes with unlimited refills during the length of your stay. That includes things like coffee, tea, hot chocolate, and soda. And don't worry about not being able to refill after the food court's closed. They will leave this area open for you after hours. They also leave water cups out by the registers for you. Okay, so there are 2 pools, one smaller over in the home run area and the main pool right near the food court. There's a small splash pad over here as well. This is also where you'll find the pool bar, bathrooms, and laundry facilities. There's a playground, running trail, and even a decent sized arcade right across from the food court. If you'd rather skip getting trampled in the Emporium but still want to shop for goodies, Sport Goofy Gifts and Sundries has you covered. They have a pretty good selection of merch and even some seasonal stuff. The back area has things to make sandwiches in your room and even some toiletries or essentials you may have forgotten. If you're planning on having a little R&R day at the resort, they also have a number of activities available like the Touchdown Campfire. One more little bonus I want to remind you of is that you're able to go to whichever water park is open for free on your check-in day. So unless it happens to be cold when you're visiting, don't forget to take advantage of that freebie. If you get to the resort early on your check-in day, you could drop your bags off at luggage services, hop a bus, and go have fun. Let's touch on the transportation quickly. Even though this resort is only serviced by the Disney bus system, it is really easy to hop on the resort bus right out front. There's a sign in the front that tells you when the next bus is on the way, but while you're checked in, you can also see when the next bus will arrive on the app. This is not like the larger resorts that have a bunch of stops all over the property. This is just one bus location in the front of the lobby. Okay, so I think I touched on all the important stuff. Now for a few pros and cons so you can decide if this is the resort for you. I like to end on a high note, so let's do cons first. 1, there's no way around this. It is loud here. You can hear toilets flush, showers running, people walk by, you name it. Especially if you had a neighbor like us who liked to entertain with their door open until 1 a.m. This is not the resort I would recommend for you if you want a relaxing, peaceful vacation. This is for large groups and families, lots of fun, but can be a little chaotic. Number 2, I also think the food court could have had a bit more variety or creativity. We've eaten at several food courts on property, and compared to, say, Port Orleans or even Pop Century, I feel like the number of options fell a little flat for me. I'm all for a good burger or pizza, but if you're staying here for a week, your taste buds may get a little bored. On the flip side, I do think this resort has a lot of pros. First, this hotel does a great job at accommodating large groups of people. While we didn't need it, they have affordable adjoining rooms, lots of large tables in the dining areas, and really easy access to transportation. The rooms also weren't as far from the lobby as, say, Caribbean Beach, so if you have any small kids or members in your group who aren't able to walk long distances, this may be a little easier for you. Next, for a value resort, I really do feel like I got a lot of bang for my buck. I think the rooms were actually pretty updated, clean, comfortable, and you have access to a lot of conveniences. I also like that the food court was open until 11 and the freestyle machines remained accessible so you could refill your cup on the way back to your room. This is really helpful when you come back exhausted and starving at the end of a long park day. So would I return? Sure. During the only trip I took to Disney World as a kid for my middle school field trip, we stayed at the All-Stars, so they have a special nostalgic place in my heart. I think a lot of families looking to make magical memories on a budget will have a blast here too. So let me know, have you guys stayed here before and how was your experience? I'll see you in the next one. Go forth, be kind, be creative.